Buddy.
Before you get started, I want you to know there is not a damn thing you can say to hurt my feelings.
Oh, yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Man, I came prepared. I can hurt your feelings.
Buddy, no, you can't. I have a list of reasons you can't. I have 9 losses through 41 games. I'm on pace to break records in most wins in a season and most points in a season. My goal differential is near double the next closest team. In standings points, the difference between me and the second best team in the league is the same difference between the second best team in the league and the 13th best team, and I have games in hand on all but 2 of them. There is nothing you or anyone else could say that would hurt my...
You just got shut out by Martin Jones.
Okay.
Tonight, you were shut out by Martin Jones.
Whatever.
Martin Jones.
Please stop.
Just shut you out.
Okay, you can stop. Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team. That is not a dub. Not right. Shit. That was a bummer. First loss at home in regulation since April of 2022. Bummer. At least we lost to a team that A, I don't hate at all, and B, I don't hate. And look, at the end of the day, watching hockey for as long as you do, you start to dislike like a lot of fan bases. I don't dislike Seattle yet, so maybe that's a me thing. This was a really, really, really bad effort through a very large portion of this game, which I think we're getting used to at this point. Maybe we're just getting used to it. God, this was ugly for the first 30 minutes. And yeah, we had 4 days off, and we just got back from the West Coast. There's excuses. Does this game, like, ruin all the vibes of the season? It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Does it make you afraid of the Kraken? If you watch the game, it shouldn't. If you didn't watch the game and only looked at the box score, yeah, maybe it does. I don't know. Kraken are a good team. They played a good game. This doesn't concern me all that much. The Kraken are 7-2-1 in their last 10, 8th in the league, point percentage-wise, and they have won 6 straight, now 7. First team to beat us in regulation at home all season, and the first team to shut us out this season, I believe. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. There are some signs of a paper tiger here with them because they have a league-leading shooting percentage at over 13%, and they're far outperforming their expected goal percentages. But they have this record while their main 2 goalies, although this is probably different now because that's shutty for Martin Jones, but Martin Jones and Grubauer had a sub-900 save percentage going into this one. They're terrible on the dot, 30th in the league from faceoffs. They're terrible on the PK, 31st, 69%. Nice. We didn't get to take advantage of that very often. And no, I don't think the refs were dog shit and created an unbalanced game. I think they missed one big call at the end, but other than that, I thought that they did a decent job. Middling power play, 16th. They didn't get anything on that. Middling defense, 17th in goals allowed per game. So why are they a top 10 team? Well, they score a lot. They're 3rd in the league in goals for per game. And the hardest part about playing them isn't their superstar ability because they don't have a single superstar on their team yet. They have guys who will be superstars. Beignet will absolutely be a superstar. He's not a superstar yet. He's a 20-year-old who's way too good for his own good. But he's not a superstar yet. They roll 4 lines of NHL caliber players. You don't get to take advantage of mismatches because every line you're going against is a real hockey line. And that's difficult to play against for 60 minutes. It's even harder to play against when you only start playing 30 minutes into the game. I'm a little bitter about that. I'm a little frustrated with how we started this one. Just a little bit. But the Kraken played well, and I want to give them their due for that. I don't believe this is a contending team right now as is, but they certainly are good enough to make the playoffs and Probably upset a team or two. Olmark gets the start for us. He deserved way better. He was awesome. He was awesome. Koppinen, I was told by Tia I have to pronounce both the O's and both the P's, and she said it for me. But when I think of pronouncing both the O's, it's Cole, and then both the P's is Koppinen. So that just breaks my brain, Tia, and that's not really my fault. Wagner is back down in the AHL with Providence. Nosek has an injury preventing him from taking faceoffs, so Koppinen is gonna take the faceoffs and do some PK time, which he was very good on the PK. How does a guy have an injury that's so bad that he can't take faceoffs? Hand injury. All right, I get it. It also means he can't shoot very well. That also means really any finesse stuff isn't happening. It's Nosek. That's not what his job is. We can't find another guy to... Maybe Nosek shouldn't be in the lineup right now if he's not healthy. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying. Well, let's talk about this game, and in so talk about this stupid, terrible, awful first period. It's a great almost 2 minutes. The first shift, the Kraken are giving us a ton of space. And you know what I believe firmly? I think they baited the Bruins in this game, largely. Because I thought they were giving us a ton of space the whole game. They would clog up the neutral zone, but once you got into their zone, there was space. You could move the puck. But instead of doing what I thought we've done well all year, which is have one player attack, we seemed really okay with settling back and just trying to find a passing lane that wasn't there, instead of just taking the space in front of us. I don't know. That's a lot of what I saw this game. It was really just strange. Anyway, 2 minutes into the game, we're in their zone. They can't even get the puck out. They're giving the puck right back to us. It looks like we're already going to exert our will just to start this game hot. The first time they cross our blue line with the puck to get into our defensive zone, Lindholm high sticks Burakovsky right in the face. From that moment on, power play, we kill the power play, right? Or penalty kill. We kill it. From that moment on, it was all Kraken the rest of the period. They just, I don't know what it was. They jump-started them like that. And they just kept coming back at us. Did they have a ton of chances? No. But they kept coming back into our zone over and over and over, and we couldn't force anything the other way. 12:46 left of the period. Seattle wraps the puck around our boards, once again just dumping it in to get in. And Carlo gets there on the left side and chucks it right back around because he had pressure on him. He made the right play here. I believe that. And this was such a fluke because Lindholm doesn't get it on the right side. It gets a little past him. Sprong jumps in, grabs it off the wall, and just chucks it on net. And Tanev, basically standing on the red line even to the goal, gets a tip on this. I don't even know how this gets by Olmark. Like, I don't even understand how it gets through, but it does. It's 1-0, 12 minutes-ish left in the first. All right, we let them score the first goal. Whatever. 8:39 left. About 4 minutes later, Smith is going to go for tripping. It was a weird tripping call. Like, he tripped the guy. It was just it was a weird play. He kind of fell into him. Doesn't matter. We kill that too. Time to turn it on. We don't. We just don't. At any time in the first. We just don't. I believe we took 6 shots in the first. Maybe one of them had a chance of going in the net. Maybe. 3:34 left. Holy Jeebus. It's a bad turnover. A bad turnover against us in the neutral zone. They come right in on a 2-on-1. They feed it across. Olmark makes a big save with the pad. Great. But they're not done with that. They're going to send the puck, cycle it back around, up to the left point, fire this in on Olmark. It goes wide, but before it hits the back, it looks like it's a deflection tap in. Just because there's space there, it gets deflected high, top corner, and Olmark gets it with the shoulder. Just awesome goaltending. Incredible. He's the only reason we were in this game for as long as we were. Truly. 2:21 left. Lindholm on a 200-foot cruise says, I'll do it myself from our end to their end. Tries to split the D, gets tripped up. We're going to the power play. Nothing happening on the power play. On to the second. We're used to bad first. No one lost any faith. Second period. What can we get out of it? And 20 seconds in, again, hey, we have a chance here. 4 more pinches, real nice. Creates a turnover. It looked like they were going to get out of our zone, get out of their zone. They don't. Hall's able to collect the puck. Goes right in the slot. Backhand chance. Misses wide. A lot of missed opportunities. 5 minutes in. Missed opportunity. The king of almost. Mr. Pavel Zacha. Krejci with an Awesome pass. I am getting a little worried about Krejci on 5-on-5, which I think I'm gonna let that still continue. I don't want to dive all into it right now. Most of his lines are getting caved. Any sort of line that he's on, chance-wise, I mean, the points are there for Krejci, but chances and just overall defensive play, like, they're allowing a lot that I think Ullmark is covering for, and Swayman at times too. Anyway, Krejci has a great pass here. Gets to Zacha, who's sneaking behind the defense in the O zone. He's in a tight angle, right? This is a tough shot. You got to make sure that Jones has to make a save at some point, right? We are, I think, at 8 shots on the game at this point in 25 minutes played. He misses wide. He's behind the defense. It's him versus Jones. Make a move. Do something. Just misses wide. So we play on. 6 minutes in. Bergeron. A gentle toss to Basta, who beats his man around the left side and is going to get a breakaway. If you told me he was aiming for the blocker, I'd believe you. That's how little Jones had to move on this one. Jones is standing still. Wabop, punches it out. I swear to God, his hand moved after the puck hit the blocker. Just real tough night shooting for us. Obviously, actually. And then a minute later, Sprong gets behind our defense. Ullmark stones him. 5-hole. Stones him. Now I want to point out, 30 minutes into the game, we have 11 shots. 11 shots on net. I think they have 20, somewhere around there. We might have had 3 scoring opportunities at this point. It was that bad. Now, if you want to count all the times we missed the net as scoring opportunities, then maybe we've had 6 or 7. That's great. But actual shots that Jones had to stop, maybe 2 or 3 that was really gonna go in the net. That should have, maybe could have beaten a goalie. Not even should have. Could have. It was that bad. 8 minutes left. Hooking on Marchand. Another penalty on us. We kill it. Our penalty kill is very, very good. 2:40 left in the period. The Bruins have finally woken up. The last couple of minutes have been dominant. We're flying into the zone. We're creating havoc in front of the net. Not some real scoring chances yet, but we're there. And we're only down by 1. So with 2:40 left, both defensemen jump into a play. Grizz and McAvoy, I believe, gets turned over. Eberle has a breakaway starting before his own blue line to get out of his defensive zone. Doesn't matter. All that lead up, Ullmark still stones him glove side. Wabba! Not a chance. And it's in the stars. The Bruins are beating the Kraken tonight. That save was enough for me to go, yes. The next 2 minutes in their zone, plowing down on them. Oh, they're going to get back in our zone with about 40 seconds left? Come on. There's nothing happening. Ellie Tolvanen, sniper and cheese. Holy shit. Just lackadaisical, too. Like, they get in our zone, they stop on the wall, we're a couple feet ahead of them, they feed the slot. Ellie's not even facing Ullmark. He just turns and flings this. It goes in and out of the net so fast that they weren't sure they scored, and the ref comes over and that's a fucking goal! And it was a goal. It was a great shot. Ellie Tolvanen was put on waivers by the Nashville Predators, and ever since then, he's looked great in a Kraken uniform. So, good job by them. Good pickup for them. Whew. So we're down 2-0. 14 seconds later, so 24 seconds left of the period. We're going to have a mad scramble in front of Jones. Pasta gets annihilated from behind into the net, causing this scramble. Puck somehow never gets in. It's underneath the pad. I don't know how it doesn't make it. No call on that, which was pretty surprising because he basically cross-checked in the numbers and pushed into the net, which created the stoppage of play. Weird no call, but hey, maybe they saw something I really didn't think the refs were all that bad in this one. I really didn't think so. But we're going to the third, down 2 goals. And in my stupid brain, I go, you know what? All year, we've woken up late in the second, halfway through the second, and then that's been the team for the rest of the game. I believed we could still win this game. I think you did too. In the third period, yeah, a lot more pressure for us. We were in it. But not a lot of prime scoring opportunities. And when there were, we missed the net over and over and over again. I don't even have notes on the third period outside of with 4:50 left, we pull Ullmark. And for 2 minutes straight, we have the puck in their zone. and we're feeding Pasta on the left side over and over and over. Well, once in a while, we're sending it to Hall in this bumper position. He's trying to wrap around, which bounces to Pasta, where he tries to shoot. Pasta missed an open net at one point. We couldn't hit the net. We just couldn't hit the net. And at the end of the day, it wasn't our night. Schwartz gets the 200-footer. Hell of a shot. It was really like 180 feet. But hell of a shot. 3-0 on the empty net. Bummer. Game notes. This is not a game that makes me fear the Kraken, honestly. I thought that was a beatable effort by them tonight, and I think they'd say that they played a really good game, and I agree with that. With the amount of times we missed the net that we hadn't previously been missing the net in the first 40 games, yeah. I think this could have been a much more interesting game. Much more interesting. Did the Kraken still win it? Maybe. I thought they played well enough to certainly at least be, in the conversation at the end there. I just think the Bruins had some tough luck on their shooting. But this is a really great reminder of how dangerous it is to wait until the 35-minute mark before you actually start putting in the work. If a team gets the 1-goal lead and then they get the next bounce, well, guess what? You're down 2 goals, and if the team can roll 4 lines, that means they can play defense with all 4 lines. And we never really were able to get great opportunities that beat Jones. We had a few, we just couldn't capitalize on them. I am getting a little concerned about Krejci. I mentioned that earlier. I'm worried about his lines that have continued outside of the California trip where they were excellent. For the few weeks before that, they were really not good. In this game, not good again. Pasta ends up going up on the first line again. They drop Smith. Hall, Coyle, Freddie, I want to keep together. I think that line's been awesome. I can't believe they didn't have a goal this game. Couldn't believe it. Olmark was fantastic. A .933 save percentage. I thought he deserved a lot better than what he got from the offense, obviously, because they scored 0 goals. His season save percentage is still going to go down because a .933 isn't good enough to maintain his standard. I thought he was great and did not deserve a loss. But hey, that's hockey. It happens. Either way, 9 losses in the first half of the season. I'm okay with this. I really want to beat Toronto really, really, really badly on Saturday. So if we can make that happen, I'd feel real good about that. I'll forget about the Kraken game so fast. I think you will too. But that does it for me, guys. I got nothing else to say. Go Bees!